Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that if you're returning. How are you today? Well, yeah, I got a strike. A medical misinformation strike. I don't speak on anything medical, so I don't know what they were talking about. Anyway, so here's an update on what I've been doing, okay? My hydroponic garden is doing wonderful. Look at my lettuce, and my arugula is doing beautiful. I've got a cucumber plant growing right there. The other stuff hasn't sprouted yet, but then again, different seeds take different amounts of time. So it's doing wonderful over here. I love this. We expanded the garden, the herb garden, okay? So I added this planter. I love this planter, so we extended this, and we have some herbs growing already. Everything looks wonderful. And we added 4 more fruit trees. Okay, we added 3 guava. Okay, as you can see. Plus we got the fruit trees that were here. We got those ready for the summer. Okay. Hi, Ridley. And we groomed all the dogs. Yes, Ridley got shaved down. And then over here, I added another grapevine. So you can see that our grapevines are doing wonderfully. And then, looky, we've got raspberries growing. So exciting. And we've got little flowers on our blackberry bushes. So we're going to be having blackberries this summer too. So, okay, now we're back in the house. I wanted to show you what else Sean and I did during his time off, because he, his days off, and then he took some extra time off. Okay. And we did something with our inventory, and also with the expiration dates. Okay, we color coded our expiration dates, because you know that the expiration dates, sometimes they're just so hard to see, So what we did was we did the circle dots, the colored dots. Okay, so if anything has 2021 still on it, but as well as I do, expiration dates, they're really just like what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, my mind, mom brain, but you know what I'm saying. So we obviously don't have anything that expires in 2030, with the exception of pressure canned food. Okay. But I'm saying prepackaged, this kind of stuff. Okay. So the only things that we did have went down to 2026 was this. The cooked ham. This stuff does not expire until 2026. Okay. But anything that's like mylar bag or pressure canned, that stuff is obviously good for, decades. But we didn't do the color codes on these or the pressure canned food, but everything else we did. Okay. And you'll see like the green, which is 2023, the yellow, which is 2022. The blue is, the blue is 2023. The green is 2024. Yellow is 2022. And on and on and on. So this is just easier, when I'm, doing inventory, looking at expiration dates, when I come in here to grab something, but like, you know what, let me grab this because it has a 2022 instead of a 2023 or a 2024. You know what I'm saying? So this is, just easier for me, instead of having to look at, look for an expiration date. Okay. Because you know as well as I hear. Look. Okay, prime example. If I didn't have a flashlight that's on my phone, on my camera, onto this, I would have never seen that that it's 2022. Okay, I would have never saw that, because if you just take it away, all right, I mean, it's literally black writing on a dark blue label. I would had to have a flashlight to even see that. But then again, my eyesight's not the best anyway. But so I just wanted to show you what Sean and I did. Okay, so if you wanted to use this, you know, for your pantries, please do. It's literally, it helps me every single day. You know, and Sean did the inventory as well. I always do it in caloric intake. He did not. He did quantity. So, but, you know, so this is what we did. This was our thing. It took us 3 days. Okay, so now that you guys have seen how I've kept myself busy and kept Sean busy, now we'll get into the good stuff, okay? I do have a significant amount of emails to get through, but I'm going to break them up, of course, into different videos, because I'm not going to do that to you guys, because that'll end up being like a 4-hour video. I'm not going to do that. So, as always, grab your coffee. Maybe a snack or two, and let's get into it, okay? So, this email was sent to me, okay, and she said, you know, I talk frequently about growing my own food. Well, yeah, obviously, you know, my thing is I'm a gardener, you know, and unfortunately, because I'm disabled, I can't go out in my greenhouses anymore and do a lot of things. So I have Sean, you know, do my trees and stuff. But that's why I started the hydroponics, because, you know, it's just so much easier for me. And look how wonderfully everything is growing, you know. And she said she's in Florida too, and she's growing tomatoes and peppers, onions, garlic, beets, carrots, turnips, collards, corn, squash, beans, cucumbers, watermelon, and herbs and various fruits. That's awesome. She said she wanted to let people know that they can get free seeds or trade seeds with other growers by joining sites on Facebook. So if you have a Facebook, listen to this, okay? There's different pages called Seed-Swap-Sow, Seed Savers Swap and Plant Exchange, Free Plants, Seeds, Trades, and Giveaways, Free Heirloom Seeds Community, and Seed Swap. She said there are a lot of other sites too. You just search Facebook for free seeds, or even put it in particular types of seeds you are interested in, like pepper seed trade groups, and you will get lots of lists of them. I hope this helps people get started with their gardens. Okay. That's awesome. I like that idea. Thank you. Thank you. I really like that idea. Okay, so this email came in, okay, and a subscriber, she said to me, I just left the local grocery store in Connecticut. It's called Stop and Shop. And she was returning a very bad dairy item that had a good date on it, but it was still bad. We've been seeing a lot of that. Especially like when it comes to milk, cheese, stuff like that. She said she was standing at the office and it was 4:50 p.m., which is a busy time for this store. And the cashier from across the way says, "Sorry, no one's in there." And I said, "You mean now or all night?" And she said, "Sorry, no one's coming in." And I'm like, all right, that's a little strange. No one in the office all night? That's odd. So she said, but then I noticed another sign that surprised me. As of July, there will be a limit of $50 only for cash back at the registers. I'm sure you were waiting for this, she said. I was wondering if they would eventually stop it. Keep the cash to a minimum. Huh. Yeah, that has always been, like a thing in the back of my head saying, I wonder if they are going to stop, the cash back at the registers and stuff like that, being as though the economy is the way that it is and stuff like that. So that is, that has been a thing, that I always thought, because a lot of times, now it's either card only. Very rarely do you see a register taking cash now. So that is, something that I have been thinking about, honestly. So this subscriber, she got a hold of me and she said, when I lived in Peru, I learned to live simply and often without electricity. I also learned a simple low-cost technique to hand grind the corn I bought in a nearby market. Here's the nice part. Lots of folks would hand grind their recipe ingredients as a normal thing, not just poor people or folks without a kitchen. It was just something that folks did to prepare a meal, and it wasn't considered odd to hand grind corn or oats or greens or even garlic. Specifically, we used two stones called a batten, B-A-T-A-N. One stone was the base, and the other stone was the grinder. It used to take me about 5 minutes to grind a cup of corn or flour. It didn't take any muscles, and there wasn't even a technique to master. The corn or other ingredient was ground by moving the round stone in a rocking chair motion over the other flat rock, and that's it. When I moved back to the States, I found two rocks and made an American batten. I thought I was being nostalgically silly. No, that's not silly at all. That's, if that's what you're comfortable with and that's what you're used to using in your kitchen, I would do the same thing, Why would I be imagining a time when I would not have electricity to prepare a meal? Crazy, right? No, you're not crazy at all, actually. Well, I just wanted to share this idea with folks. I hope it sounded interesting and not too different. No, actually, it is different, and I like it. She put in pictures. She said, this is a stone batten. It is used for grinding. This is the corn we would buy in the marketplace, and here's a photo of the corn drying in the hallway. Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh, I want that. Not like mortar and pestle at all. When you see it, you're gonna want this. Look at this. I mean, this is like the neatest thing I've ever seen. Look at this. So then this subscriber, she got a hold of me and she said, a friend of mine who lives in a condo needed more room for her cans and her spices. And in her hallway, she cut out drywall from the floor to about 6 feet up, she said. Between the studs, she put in shelving. And then she painted the studs new wood and the back wall. She then put up sliding doors, like a barn door lock. I like that look, actually, the barn door. I like that. And it's beautiful. The shelves are only 1 can deep, but it's amazing how many cans can fit in there, plus spices, small bags of flour, sugar, etc. She said, I hope this helps someone. Yeah, actually, that's a really, really awesome idea. It's a really awesome idea. I like that idea a lot, actually. So then, here's some pictures that I'm going to put in. For years, people would call preppers conspiracy theorists and everything, but You know, when those conspiracy theories start to come true, then people look at us as the truth sayers. And then that's when the truth sayers start to get censored. That's why I got a strike. You know, it's like I still don't know what I said in that video for me to get a strike. I don't speak on anything medical. I don't. So I can't even, like, you know, defend myself and say, yeah, I said it, or no, I didn't say it, because I know I didn't say it. You know what I'm saying? So at this was sent to me, okay, but it's a screenshot, so I can't like put a link or anything like that right on. At a press conference held in Brussels, okay, Potato answered questions from reporters about food security. You guys know about the food shortages, okay? This is not like it's new news. I know this. Just because I haven't been on for a week does not mean that I don't keep up with my shite, right on. One reporter asked, can you say whether the conversation is a turn to the subject of food shortages and what the U.S. will do to address wheat shortages in particular as a result of this? And he answered, with regard to food shortages, yes, we did talk about the food shortages, and yeah, it's going to be real. Okay. He even went on to explain how he was working on efforts to swear to worsen food shortages around the world. Literally saying, and we both talked about how we could increase and disseminate more rapidly food shortages. Kids, listen, all right. He wants to worsen the food shortages around the world. Okay. He needs to not worry about what's going on around the world. Okay, what's orbiting around in that brain of it? Does he even have it's a mashed potato brain? I'm going to shut up, but listen. The food shortages that are occurring here are not because of the big R. Okay? It has nothing to do with Putin. Nothing. And you guys know this. Okay? Just like the gas prices. The gas prices are insane. It's going to get to a point where, and it's already gotten to a point where, a lot of us are going to have to start making those decisions once again. Do I put gas in my car so I can go to work, or do I eat today? And, you know, that's the hard part. And I'm trying so hard to say the right things, so my mouth doesn't get me into trouble again. All I can say to you, okay, is I don't know how much time we have left with food on the shelves in the stores. And I'm not going to say I know exactly how much time we have left, because then I would be lying to you. You have to make your own judgment calls with that, and just keep preparing. brush up on your skills. Get back to basics in the kitchen, okay? Whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. You know, learn how to make things from scratch. And, you know, like even if it's just something like bread, get a bread maker. I did. And it's the best tasting bread I've ever had. These are just things that we're going to have to get back to basics. Because pretty soon there's not going to be bread on the shelves in the supermarket. And if there is, it's no longer going to be $1 something or $2 and something. It's going to be like $10 a loaf. And who the heck can afford that when you're going to have to put that $10 in your gas tank? So just, you know, think about things like that. I'm just trying to be real here. So on to this, okay. This subscriber, she got a hold of me. She said, my mom is 77 years old and she lives alone. And she had a card table in her garage with canning lids in jars sitting on it. And I had told her about a week ago to make sure she keeps her garage door closed until she can get the jars in the house. And she doesn't know who can see what she has in the garage when they drive by. And my mom was in the garage a couple of nights ago, and this man came up to her. He's in his 70s. And said he and his mom, who's 96, are going through hard times, and was wondering if she had cans they could turn in for money. He noticed her canning jars and of course asked if she had done any canning. So they discussed canning. My mom asked me what I thought about that situation, and I told her those jars need to be in the house, and to keep the garage door shut, he may have been looking to see what she has. It could have been totally innocent, but she needs to be careful. Either way, it is now known that she cans. Make sure your garage door is closed and not left open for things to be seen. And make sure things are hidden even temporarily until you can get items in your home. She said, I also want to mention, Mom was at Walmart and the pasta aisle was almost non-existent. A lot of big gaps on the shelves. The great value has jumped from $1.98 to $3.28. The word is out there that there will be a global supply creating food shortages, but yet potato is trying to get us to believe it won't affect us. And people are going to be panic buying again, I am sure. Yeah, you're 100% right. They are going to start panic buying. But then again, you have people like us who have been stockpiling for years and years. And, you know, we're going to just be sitting here going, well, you know, at least we don't have to worry about going to the store. We'll still go to the store to pick up odds and ends, but we won't have to worry about, you know, picking up cases and cases and cases of things, because we've already got those cases of things in our homes. Because we've been buying little by little. 1 is none, 2 is 1, so why not buy 3? Remember that motto and stick by that motto, you know. So, this was brought to my attention. You all know about the LDS Bishop Storehouse, right? Okay, well, here's something from the Bishop's Storehouse, okay? The LDS Home Storage Center, which is in St. George, Utah, okay? Dozens of people, they waited outside, okay, for hours, and for the Deseret, DESERET semi-truck to arrive and offload 40 pallets of food. And there wasn't one empty parking lot, and cars were parked up and down the street. And being that fights broke out in the store after the truck arrived, they now have to give out numbers 1 through 50. And at 3:30 started letting people in, only 6 at a time, so they can maintain order. And the food was almost sold out by 5 o'clock at night. These are crazy times and people aren't even hungry yet. So can you imagine what it's going to be like when there's nothing left on the shelves and people are starving? Not even hungry, not even hangry, starving. Imagine. Imagine. Okay, so one of my subscribers, she started up a YouTube channel, okay, and this is in memory of her brother, okay. She said it took his passing to get this done, and the channel is totally in his honor, and it's her performing. She's singing, I take it. I haven't watched her videos yet, but I'm going to be doing that tonight. She said she doesn't want to be monetized. It's just for honoring her brother's wishes. And the name of it is Joni, Joni Freels, Freels, the singing Beverine, Beaverine. So please go over and check out her channel. Pray, prep, and praise God, she said. Absolutely, Joni. Absolutely. It's beautiful. So this email came in, and she said, first I have to preface this with some personal information. You can share this if you think it will prepare for what is needed. Oh boy. Okay. She said, so my family has a gift of prophecy and seeing what is coming. You really don't need a gift to know that we all need to prepare for these times. But what I am going to say might not go down well, so get your coffee and maybe some nachos. Okay. You talk about the shiny object theory a lot, and I agree. Yeah. And even though, okay, we're a week now, after my strike, right? But the newest shiny object that I saw was what happened at the Oscars between Will Smith and Chris Rock. Shiny object. Because everybody's still talking about it. There's memes all over the place about it. Every time you log on to YouTube, video. Chris Rock, Will Smith, the apology, the this, the that. And then there's other videos of what celebrity is saying this and that and this and that and how they feel. And it's like, shiny object, here we go. Yeah. That's the newest shiny object. So she goes on to say, what if the war in Europe is a distraction because the real target is American soil? Russia is going to get Alaska and parts of Canada, and China gets the mainland USA. Alaska, I had called that out when all of this first started, and I had said it to my husband, and he said about Alaska. And he goes, nah, don't ever happen. They'll never want that back. And I said, you watch. Russia's going to want Alaska back. And what's going on? So she then goes on to say, consider that there will be parts of the U.S. that will be a holdout. But Alaskan production of oil and salmon and natural resources far greater exceed the Ukraine. Just a thought, and actually a gut feeling that the war in Europe is just a distraction for the USA, while the one world government is working together to eliminate us. We can't be divided at this time. And if the USA has a civil war, we will be wiped out of existence, and every power-hungry nation or one world government will take us over. Let me tell you, that is not going to happen because we are going to stand. This is the United States of America. United we stand, divided we fall. Think about it, please, everyone. The one world government needs us to fail, so let's shove it up their arse and stand together. Okay. I hope it doesn't happen, but you know, you know. We can be proud Americans and patriots. All we want. But the elite, oh, the elite. So, on to this before I go. PDFs. You guys love them and I love them. So, here are more PDFs that were given out. And this is for 500 plus camping recipes. So if you want these 500 plus camping recipes, email me and I will send them to you. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I love you. I will see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fearless.